Discussing the top tracks from the artists we love. Top 5s with Kxvu.
Right then, people, we're back inside the building. Welcome back to Breakfast with Kxvu here on Trickstar Radio. And if you're watching via the video for this section, via the old YouTube channel, youtube.com/CubCamTV, first of all, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're locked in live, make sure you download that Trickstar Radio app. Today, we're going to be getting into another edition of Top 5s, following on from that fantastic interview with Alakai Harley. We're moving to another one of the recently nominated Best Newcomer artists for the Mobos. We're going to be talking about MILLIONZ. Now, as 2020 has been such a crazy year for MILLIONZ, just from an artist perspective, when we look across how many bangers he's had, how many million view tracks he's had, how many crazy features he's had as well, it genuinely is kind of crazy to think that 2020 was really when this guy exploded. Like, I'm assuming he'd had a couple of bits kind of floating around before that, but 2020 we saw him literally explode onto the UK scene. We saw him drop a crazy music video after crazy music video, looking like he had some crazy performances lined up as well, and there just seems to be such a high level of consistency with what MILLIONZ does in regards to the music he makes, the beats he selects, the kind of personality online as well, the quality of the music videos he brings also. There's just such a good package about what MILLIONZ represents as an artist, so I'm really looking forward to getting into today's top 5 listings as we break down his favorite, well, my favorite MILLIONZ tracks of 2020. So we're going to kick off with this one. It goes by the name of NAIROBI. Now, this is his most recent release, I believe. Now, for me, this is in number 5 purely because of how highly I rate the other 4 tracks. There is nothing I dislike about this tune. I want that to be very, very clear. It's just the other 4 tracks have had more time to kind of sit with me and grow. If this had been around longer, this would probably be higher up in the listings. It's that simple. This one goes by the name of NAIROBI. The music video for this one is absolutely incredible, so do go and check it out. Number 5 on today's edition of Top 5. So that's it. MILLIONZ with NAIROBI. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere, people. It's breakfast.
In Nairobi, Swagwan or Jambo. Calling in Kabira slums, 2 Dracos and 13 Rambles.
There we go. That one, at number 5 on today's listing from MILLIONZ. It goes by the name of NAIROBI. As I said before, make sure you are going and checking out the music video for that one. Amazing visuals available there. So, moving into number 4 on today's listing. Really, really excited to get into this one. Now, on a personal level, this is the first MILLIONZ tune that I actually received in the inbox after signing up for his mailing list. And I remember feeling so happy when this one landed, purely because it came with a radio edit at the same time. And it was such an absolute banger when I heard it land. I think the thing about MILLIONZ is the beat selection is always so impeccable, and the uniqueness of his flow pattern and his tonality is something that always really, really stands out to me. You can tell when it's a MILLIONZ tune from an absolute mile away, and it's never a bad thing, you know. It's always a good thing. He's always very, very solid. He very rarely disappoints. I don't think I've ever heard him on a tune, actually, where he's disappointed. So that's why this one actually sits in at number 4. It goes by the name of PREE. Wicked tune. Amazing composition. Amazing vocals as well. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere.
I just seen that whip circle twice. Is it them funny youths or CID? Why PREE?
There we go. Track number 4 on today's listing, MILLIONZ with PREE. Now, we're moving into the top 3 tracks here. Now, for me, this is where it gets very, very difficult. I always seem to struggle a little bit with the top 3 when I'm doing these listings, especially when I'm doing them live as well. For me, this is a very clear top 3 tune from MILLIONZ this year. It goes by the name of LAGGA, and I think the way everything about this tune has been put together, it's definitely a tune that the music video improves, and I feel this is definitely a theme with a lot of what MILLIONZ does. He's very precise about the visuals he brings and the visuals he puts together for the tunes. The track goes by the name of LAGGA. Again, really futuristic sounding drill tune. I think his uniqueness in regards to the flow patterns he used, the energy he brings, the tonality he's able to put forward and really kind of energize an instrumental like this with the way he performs vocally is absolutely incredible. And I think it's just another fantastic example of the consistency of MILLIONZ, which is definitely a running theme throughout the tracks that we're playing today on Top 5. So make sure you keep it locked, people. Number 3, it goes by the name of LAGGA. Oh yes, don't go anywhere.
LAGGA. Did have my air plat like Spragger. Had to get caught, I was feeling para. Can't put faith in this reboot.
That one going by the name of LAGGA, number 3 on today's listing. Really, really amazing stuff. Out to MILLIONZ each and every time. I know he retweets a fair bit of stuff we put out on the show, which is always good to see. So yeah, hopefully he sees this one as well. Next up on the list listing. We've got 2 more tracks to go on today's episode of Top 5s as we break down Millions' top 5 tracks of 2020. Now, this one, I feel for some people this may not be as high as it is for me. It goes by the name of BX19. Now, for me, this is the tune that really made Millions explode across the UK. The music video is him, as far as I'm aware, is him basically driving around. That's essentially the music video. But there was something about the sound, and there was something about the kind of confidence and the kind of in the flow pattern, despite it being so different from what everyone else was doing at the time, that really made this one stand out for me and for a lot of other people as well. So that's why this one sits in number 2 on the top 5 tracks for Millions for 2020. Keep it locked, people. We're live on the Big Bad Trickstar Radio. If you're locked in via the YouTube channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, because we're about to get into the number 1 after this.
It's like 3 a.m. I'm on Soho Road. All I really want is a one juice. I said that Jeep-O cruise past, I told my driver slows down, man, and not even on you.
There we go. That one was number 2 on today's listing. BX19, a massive fan of that one. There's something about the swagger of that tune and the kind of dip and weave of the way he uses the vocal lines on that one. Really exciting stuff. However, we are about to get into the number 1 track on today's listing. That is Millions' top 5 tunes of 2020. Really exciting stuff. Now, this one for me was a clear standout. This is one I didn't actually have much trouble picking the number 1 for, in regards to how the lists go. It goes by the name BILLIONZ. Now, this is one of the catchiest tunes of the year. The instrumental that he picked for it was incredible. The way, I'm pretty sure it was BK on the production for this one as well. The way it's put together, those sort of post-garagey sort of vocals layering over a sort of more drill style instrumental. There's something so uplifting about the tune. It's so energetic and it's so inspiring to listen to. That's why this one is a clear number 1 for me. Number 1 on Millions' top 5 tracks of 2020 goes by the name of BILLIONZ. Thank you to all of you who have locked into this list. We're going to get into it now. Don't go anywhere. We're live on the Big Bad Trickstar Radio. Oh yes.
Everyone cutting man start every day, new youth with a Millions flow. Switched it up, put my dark skin on the M-way, had my lighty bringing in smoke.
Discussing the top tracks from the artists we love. Top 5s with Kxvu.